Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another weekend market watch. Today is October 12th. It is a lovely Saturday. Hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to start off by showing you guys what I got today. I'll be honest, some of you are going to laugh at me. So for those of you who don't know, I collect tokens. Of all the things that are collectible in this game, I collect tokens. Mostly because I thought the scapegoat token's really cool, blah, blah, blah. If you guys ever want to see my token collection, let me know in the comments down below. Make sure to like and subscribe as well, and comment if you want anything. Let me know what to go over in the next market watch. But anyways, and token collectors like myself have been eating good this year. Every single core set, there are these mini special edition boxes that come with some amount of tokens. There's usually 5, now there's 6, and this time there are these character art tokens. So they're the 6 protagonists from the 6 main series. 7s didn't get one, sucks for all the 7s enjoyers in the audience, but I spent about $200 getting 10 of these. Both because I wanted to open up a good amount of Rage of the Abyss, and also because I wanted a full collection of the tokens. And of the 10, I only got 4. So I got the Yugi, Yusei, Jaden, and I believe that's... oh god, what's his name? I forget. I've never watched Arc V, so I don't know. But I got duplicates. I got 6 duplicates, so that's really unfortunate. Looks like the Playmaker and the Yuya token might be a little bit rarer, but what I wanted to do is I was actually going to do a like streak goal of a giveaway. If we hit 15 likes, it's a little bit lofty goal, but if we hit that, I will send any of these additional tokens anywhere in the US. So feel free to leave a like. Just let me know in the comments. Leave a like, and in the comments, let me know which token you want, either Jaden, Yugi, Yusei, or the Arc V character. For those of you wondering, I got fuck all out of my special edition boxes. I got a Heart of Blue Eyes, I got the Atlantean Secret, and then I got the Mimigul Secret, the spell. So very bad. The only thing that I got that I wanted was the Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon. But you win some, you lose some. Last time that I opened these special edition boxes, I got 2 Perulia, I got an LZ and a QCR LZ out of 5, so I definitely made my money back there, but not this time. That's okay. But let's go ahead and talk about the market today. As always, we're starting with the best selling of the week. Mulcharmy Furos is the top card, beating out Engraver for once. So Furos started at like 170, 180, very, very slowly shot down over the course of the pre-sales and was down to 125, 130. It has since shot back up to 150. 150 is actually where I bought them at pre-sale, so I'm happy that I didn't lose too much, but I wish I had bought my third one at 120. If you guys bought your Furoses at 120, congratulations. I really don't see them going much lower than that. Deception of the Sinful Spoils. This is the Azamina card. This is the one you have to play in order to use the Azamina cards, and it is $60 right now. Everything else that you play, I think, is a ultra or less, so you really don't need many of these. I don't know if you need only one of these or you need multiples, but yeah, this is a $50 to $60 card. Mulcharmy Perulia is actually climbing up to 60. I am very surprised. I thought this would drop down to 30 or maybe even $40 after Furos released. It might just be because people are like, well, the Mulcharmys are here, let's pick them up. But I think people are going to realize how bad Perulia is compared to Furos, and they're going to start dropping it. But they might just want to have it just in case. Fiendsmith Engraver is down to $75. That is insane to me. I'm so surprised that this thing went down from where it was compared to before we got the new Engraver support, or Fiendsmith support, I should say. This card was 80, it's down to 75. You really only need 2 for the engine now. The third one is just the Scarlet Sorrow, which is debatably better. It's a better summon off of Requiem than Engraver, so you really only need one of those. That just drops the price of the Fiendsmith package down a lot, I guess. So yeah, I guess if you want Engravers, now is the time. I say that almost every time that the price goes down, but I think I really do mean this. I don't see this going below 70 at minimum. Dominus Impulse, this card is crazy. If you guys don't know, this is Solemn Judgment from the hand, or Solemn Warning from the hand, but it locks you out of Earth, Wind, and Light monster effects. It's really crazy for a lot of decks that don't need those effects. The only thing that's keeping this from being like an automatic include is just the Fiendsmith package and the Mulcharmy Furos. If you play this, you can't use either of these. Granted, if you go first, you can still, use this just fine. It just locks you out of them. But yeah, this card is really strong. It's only about $35 right now, so honestly, I could expect it going up or down depending on how the meta shapes up. I don't think this will hold $35 though. I think it might go down to 30, maybe even like 27. But I would definitely consider picking these up. I think that they only have the potential to go up just because of how crazy strong the card is. This is basically Imperm 2.0. That's the way that I can describe this to you. This is Imperm without this is a stronger Imperm that just has a worse restriction. LZs of the White Forest are jumping up to over 30, 32 right now. I think they're seeing a little bit more experimentation with the new Whitewood support that we got. I won't say that these are, insanely strong. I think that it's very clear that it's like the 4th or 5th best deck, even with the runic deck. That being said, it's a deck that has absolutely zero potential to be hit apart from the runic card, so I think people are picking them up just as a safe pick. Mimigul Dungeon, the ultra rare from Info, is up to 12. It's been fluctuating with the new Mimigul support. People are going to be buying this a lot because they want to play around with the new Mimiguls, but they're going to realize how not well positioned it is. It's a strong deck, don't get me wrong, but it's just not super well positioned for this format. So this is probably going to hold the $10 mark, maybe go down. Fire King Courtier or Ulcanex is up to 15. This is actually one of the more expensive secret rares in the box. And that's because a lot of people are looking at, they're just looking at pure Fire King Snake Eyes as a deck, mostly because then you get to play Dominus Impulse. If you don't play the Fiendsmith engine, you get to play Impulse. And to be fair, the Fire Kings, especially with Ulcanex, are quite powerful. Heart of Blue Eyes is about $10 to $12. I think this is both a Millennium package, and I think people are coping on it in something else. Let me read the effect here. Yeah, it's like a weird interruption from the graveyard. I don't think it's very good, I'll be honest. I think this is a cope card. Maybe someone will prove me wrong, but I don't think it's very good. Wanteds are up to 30, unsurprisingly. New Snake Eyes, new Sinful Spoils, new Fire King support. This thing is going to go up. So if you didn't pick them up before, sorry, but you're going to have to pay $30 a piece for at least the OG secrets. I don't know about the reprints. Giant Mimigul is at 10. I think that's a fair price for this secret. You only need 1 or maybe 2 of this. Mimiguls, again, are not the meta-breaking deck that people were hoping they'd be, but they are very strong. Silahat Rabbits holding at 20, that's fine. Dominus Purge is holding at 15, again, that's fine, it's where it's been. Phantom Review Bell is at 31. This has gone down because we know that we are going to get an ulti in the next tournament pack that drops in just a week. And because of that, a lot of people are offloading their secrets so they can pick up ultis. Nightmare Thrones down to 20. Honestly, these two are at an all-time low. You're looking at $150 for Nightmare Thrones and U-Bells, Phantom of U-Bells. And truth be told, I think you're not going to get a better deal. If you want to play U-Bell and you want to play at a high level, this is maybe the time to pick up these. Promethean Princess is up to 25. It was like 15 or 12 for a while, but it shot up because obviously, like I said, new Fire King support, new Snake Eye support, all that stuff. Stellar is down to 15. I think if you want to pick up White Forest, maybe now is the time. Obviously, I already have my LZ, so I'm thinking about picking up the Stellars. It's not a deck that I really care to play right now, but it's a deck that could receive some very, very powerful support. Tenpai Dragon Pydras are 10 to 12. That's fine. I mean, you're looking at the 3rd best deck of the format, and you're looking at a deck that has... I know people hate this deck because there's a negative skill expression. I just think it's a deck that basically does what it does. It's a deck that lets you not think about the game, and just because this exists now, it's kind of silly that people are complaining about it so much. I watch videos by GGYGO, Pack, Sam, Team Samurai X1, and they're all whining about Tenpai, and I just gotta be honest, it's just Mystic Mine. It's just Mystic Mine 2.0. It's it is just a deck that you have to go to a tournament prepared to face. It's the 3rd best deck in the room. We have the stats to back that up. It's a known quantity. You have to have a game plan for it, whether that's siding things like Thrust into Threatening Roar, whether that's having ways to prevent the battle damage, I don't know, whether it's siding fucking Spooky Dogwood. You can be OTK'd through Spooky Dogwood, but if you have one other hand trap, then you're probably surviving a turn. So this is just a bit of advice to all you people who are going to tournaments that aren't considering Tenpai as a deck that you should be, thinking of. Think of it. The worst case scenario is you use 3 or 5 or 7 slots in your side deck and you're not going to use them. But if you're not prepared for a deck like Tenpai that wins on an unfair win condition, you're going to lose. It's the same thing like Winda. You had to side stuff to deal with Winda back when Tier Limit was running around rampant. So anyways, that's my rant about Tenpai. Nightmare Princess is 30. Again, I think this card is going to hold that price tag because literally any good illusion support. This card shoots up to like 50 or 60. So if you have them, maybe consider offloading them. We have to get good illusion support. But I think you're pretty safe to hold on to them, especially considering it was Legacy Destruction. They're probably not going to get reprinted until the tins next year, so you're pretty fine. Surfacing Big Jaws is used in Sharks as an anti-meta strategy. It's actually a pretty interesting strategy. You're just using Stealth Crag and turn everything to water. When it's water, you can't use it for a lot of the fire stuff like Promethean Princess and whatnot, so kind of neat. Actually, you can use stuff for Promethean Princess. What am I talking about? But yeah, it's a neat deck. It's a neat off-meta deck, but whatever. Red Eyes Black Full Metal Dragon. This card single-handedly brings Dragon Link back into the format. If you guys love Dragon Link and you want to play it, you just need one of the new Max Metal Morph, and your Dragon Link deck is back, baby. And then finally, Salamangreat Raging Phoenix, holding 30 to 35. Makes sense, like I keep saying. Snake Eyes and Fire King are back in the meta. Promethean Princess is up. This is gonna be up. Blah, blah, blah. But those are your best selling for today. I want to look at Rage of the Abyss. We already kind of covered everything. Furos is 150. Deception is 60. Dauntless Impulse is 40. But I want to look at the rest of the cards. The cards that you might actually want to pick up because, well, they're fun. They're going to be fun to play with. So here we go. All right. So looking at it, Lacrima, the Crimson Tears. This is Scarlet Sorrow I was talking about. It's only $8, so you need that for the new Fiendsmith package. It's pretty cheap. Go ahead and pick yours up now. Other than that, we've got Mimigal Throne holding 5. We've got the Primite cards. So, okay, this is one thing I want to say. People were saying, like, oh, the Primite cards are going to break Plant Link because now you have, like, 9 copies of Unexpected Die. Was Unexpected Die the problem? Was having access to your 1-card combo the problem in Plant Link? Because they were playing 60. I didn't think access to your 1-card combo was the issue if you're playing 60. I think the concept that these are going to break Plant Link and make it tier 0 is a completely idiotic argument. Am I saying people won't play them? No, I think people will play them. But it's not going to break Plant Link. It's not going to make Rickus and Avalon, Therion, everything like that, right? Arrow Mage, like all that 60 card pile of plants, the most game breaking deck ever. It's not going to be new tier 0 Spiral all over again, right? So anyways, Mermail, the Shadow Squad is 5. Atlanteans are eating good. There's not a lot of expensive Atlantean cards. Legendary Lord 6 Samurai Shien's pretty neat. Only $2, not terrible. I think the real expense is going to be all the other cards, all the older cards, but they might get reprinted in Quarter Century Bonanza. The Azamina cards, like I said, other than literally the 1 secret rare, these are $2-3 a piece, and they're just going to keep going down. We got the new Centurion card is really cheap. The new Fiendsmith Link is really cheap. Yeah, after those 3 cards, everything is like $10 or less. So you're not looking at too much in terms of an expensive set. I want to look at Crystal Beast cards for an obvious reason. Jesse Cotton topped with Crystal Beast. I'm not going to sit here and say Crystal Beast is a good deck. I think that literally anyone but Jesse Cotton goes to an event with Crystal Beast and they scrub out. There's absolutely no way, right? That being said, if you want to play Crystal Beast, it is a solid deck. It is a solid rogue option. There's a lot of things you can do. So looking at the high to low, for Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, secrets from the tins are only about $5. But I gotta say, don't pick those up. Pick up the Speed Duel box secrets. They're 50 cents. They look better. They really do. The Speed Duel secrets look amazing. If you guys have never seen Speed Duel secrets, pick up a couple. They look incredible. Other than that, actually, you know what? Here, we're gonna do something fun. We're gonna take a look at this. So, Crystal Beast Pegasus, Rainbow Dragon's nothing. Topaz Tiger, Rupee Carbuncle, I think you just need these as extra bodies. He's playing Flag and Protoss because, you need to play something stupid. And then he's playing the Snake Eyes package. 2 Engraver, 1 Diabell Star, like, it's not much. Overall, the value of this deck is pretty high, but I think that's because a lot of these Snake Eyes stuff, I can tell you the Crystal Beast enthusiasts of the world love this deck and will force anything into it. So there's definitely ways you can play this deck without all this very silly stuff. Valence, field spells, I don't know what those are for. But yeah, so if you want to play Crystal Beast, it's actually a very cheap deck you can pick up. I want to look at Kashtira. Kashtira is basically the anti-meta strategy for this format. Anything with Kashtira is really good. Being able to unicorn rip out stuff like the Fiendsmith fusions, being able to rip out your Promethean Princess, stuff like that is really powerful. Just an off-meta strategy using Shifter, everything else. You're not looking at too much. The Fenrir's are only about 15s. If you want to pick up Fenrir's, now's a good time. The Unicorns are about 4. The Rise Hearts are about 5. Kashtira Theosis is about 5. Kashtira Birth is about 2. So you're looking at it's not going to be a cheap deck, but the nice thing is Fenrir and Unicorn and Rise Heart and Birth, they're all usable in other things, right? Like Kashtira Snake Eyes was a very solid deck for a while. In the same vein, when I thought about, shifter decks are the best thing, if you really want a cheap deck, look at Flunder. I mean, look at this. You're going to pay $3 for playsets of Robina, $3 for Eaglin, $3 for Map, maybe $1.50 for Advent, almost nothing for M-Pen, and then everything else is just pennies. So if you really want a cheap deck, really want a cheap deck that's an anti-meta deck that's going to make people frustrated, that's going to let you just pick up games, that isn't named exactly Tenpai, Flandres is probably your cheapest option. I wanted to look at the Rose Dragon cards. Red Rose Dragon, one of my favorite cards to talk about before it came off the list, was recently unbanned. It was at 1, now it's at 3. And looking at it, I mean, prices haven't dropped at all. The rares are still $2. The ultra rares, the colored lettered ultra rares are still 4 to 5. And then the ultra rare from Legendary Duel Season 2 is still $8. The Rose Dragon cards have this really cool engine with the runics. I think it's not necessarily better than things like White Forest or even the Earthbound support. It's not really better than that, but it is interesting and fun. You basically just play 3 red, 3 rocks, some Basil Rose shoots, and some other things, and it's just a synchro package. It's a really cool engine. I wish that they were cheaper so that I could pick them up and play around with them. I mean, to be fair, $2 isn't expensive, but yeah. By the way, here's one of the tokens from Infinite Forbidden that I did manage to get finally. It's a pretty cool token. I think these character tokens are a lot more interesting, the ones with the Ace monster in the background, but I guess they didn't want to do those for Rage of the Abyss. And finally, Dragon Maids. I want to look at Dragon Maids because these have shot up in price because there's an alternate art of, I believe it's House Dragon Maid. If there's an alternate art of House Dragon Maid coming out in a 400 card set, other cards are going to be printed. All right, I think Chamber, I think Laundry, I think Nurse, I think Parlor, I think all their battle opposite versions, they're all going to be in here. The only thing that I think couldn't possibly not be in here is maybe Hospitality, maybe Tiding might not be in here, maybe Welcome, something like that. But I think all the actual Dragon Maids are going to be in Quarter Century Bonanza. So if you guys really want to, pick up your Dragon Maid cards, sure, I know people love this deck for obvious reasons. I'm not a huge fan of it for those reasons, but whatever, you do you, boo. Anyways, that was going to be it for me today, guys. Hope you did enjoy. Make sure to leave a like. Again, leave a comment letting me know what token you want, and I will pick a winner, and I will send it anywhere in the US. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace!